estoy muy contenta porque hoy tengo unos invitados súper especiales que además van a estar de gira por acá en México y se están conectando con nosotros desde Los Ángeles. Ellos son un grupo verdaderamente icónico. Se trata de Infected Mushrooms. So, guys, how are you?
We're good.
Very good. Just back in LA before heading out to some festivals. So nice sunny day, as you can see behind there. We're good.
Yeah, you're enjoying yourself. So, guys, since the 90s, you began to perform in your country. That has made that you have a special connection with Mexico, with our country. So, how much has this connection meant in your career?
You know, Mexico has been always good to Infected Mushroom. Since the beginning, we came, I think, after our first album. Our first show was, one of our first shows was in Mexico City. And then over the years, coming again and again and again, and of course becoming insane, then led to so many tours in Mexico. We love the people, we love the country. It's super close to LA. And we're always having fun when we come there, the food, the people, the energy. So we look forward to coming back for this tour again.
Yeah, it would be amazing. So, guys, you're considered one of the greatest pioneers of electronic bands. How have you evolved since your beginnings? And do you think there has been a big change in your style over the years?
I think we evolved, kind of slowly maybe. We still stay in the genre most of the time. But we did move a little bit to different stuff like dubstep before and, different kind of genres, and technology helped us get there. So I think we changed, but having said that, we are working right now on an old school album. So it's redoing our old tracks. So we're going back to the roots again. So, from changing to go back in the loop. So we'll see how it goes.
Guys, you've been in this industry for many, many, many years. Did you imagine that at some point it would be as it is now? I mean, now the scene has grown enormously with a massive events around the world. Did you saw it coming when you started? Because it was kind of different.
Well, when we started, it was very underground and a very small scene that grew over the years. Nobody expects to be this big when he starts, and the scene itself evolving. You have so many events, even in Mexico today. We played EDC Mexico and Dreamville, all these kind of festivals, which are huge. We never saw this coming, but it was a fun roller coaster to be in. We went from the small scene to the underground scene to becoming a bigger band and play in bigger festivals. And I'm super happy that the electronic scene has such huge events today.
But do you consider yourselves as an Infected Mushroom like mainstream or not yet? Or not?
We don't see ourselves as mainstream or not. We just play our music. Some people think it's mainstream. Some people think it's underground. And also for me, I don't believe in that. I can do a very mainstream track, which I like, for a good example, Becoming Insane. It's what made Infected Mushroom the biggest in electronic psy-trance, because it's more of a commercial song. So again, but we like it. So we don't see ourselves if it's commercial or underground. We just do the music. If we like the music, it takes us where it takes us.
Okay, I like it. So after the pause due to the pandemic, many DJs and producers found it useful to take this break from their busy life and the constant touring to produce more music. What do you think when the time came of returning to festivals and to have again this contact with your fans? Did you miss it?
Yeah, we miss it for sure, and we did make a lot of music. And we have a lot of new ammo for the upcoming tours, and we're very excited.
Okay.
So yeah, the break was fun to be with the family again, produce a lot of music, and it was a well-needed break after 2019 was such a crazy year touring. But now we're back in crazy tours, and we enjoy that as well. So it was a good break, gave us a lot of power to continue, and Hopefully next time if we take a break, doesn't need to be a pandemic. We can just take a break. But yeah. So but it was for us it was a good environment to produce and to take it forward.
So you released your last album at the end of 2022, in which you had several collaborations, in which trance, psy-trance, and other sounds predominate, of course. Did you like the reception of this material from your fans? And also, I wanted to connect this with the information you just gave me earlier about this new album. So you're very busy on the studio and also touring, right?
Well, yes, first of all, we tour all the time, but we produce all the time. Me and Ares, we live in two separate places, you can see here in the Zoom, but we have two studios, so we connect every day, we sit on music every day, we write music every day, and then we tour on the weekend. So that's what it's fun times. I think I Am 25, which we produced while in the pandemic. It was a very accepted well album. As you mentioned, it has a lot of variations in it. You know, it has a cover for Black Velvet, which is more country. It has Mr. Bill in it. It has psy-trance in it. It has heavy metal in it. So it's a very diverse Infected Mushroom album representing 25 years of our work. But yeah, as Ares mentioned in the beginning, now we're doing a new album, which is kind of a remake of our very old tracks, taking it to a completely psy-trance direction, but not even psy-trance, it's the old psy-trance. So with the old arrangements and stuff, just newer sounds and reproduction. So we're doing a lot of music, and hopefully this will continue, because it for me, to do music as a band all the time, that's what keeps you going, and that's what makes you relevant in the dance floor all over and in different genres. So we're blessed that we can continue with that.
Well, now tell me about this new tour that you will have in our country. Tell me which cities you will be visiting and what are the expectations for you in this tour.
So this is kind of we call it an old school tour. We come for 4 major cities, which is Monterrey, Guadalajara, Mexico City, and Chihuahua. These are cities that we performed so many times in the past. We're coming with a special guest, which is Skazi, which is Usher, which is a friend of ours, and Randy, of course, to support. These are players that are playing psy-trance music for years, coming to promoters that we worked in the past as well. And making an Infected Mushroom retro set with some hits, of course. Skazi is gonna play also with us, and we're pretty excited. You know, it's coming back to the old roots of Mexican fans around Mexico, and not only the big festivals and stuff like that. So going more to the crowd that supported us for years, for the genre that we brought in the beginning. So pretty excited about this tour, and it's a run of 4 tours in July, and it's it should be crazy.
Do you have besides this any novelties for this tour?
So we're gonna do, of course, as I said, a retro set. Skazi's probably gonna hop with us for a few tracks combined together. He's gonna play his set. Randy, one of our most amazing supporters and DJs, is gonna warm up the set. So we're gonna play some of the new, which Ares mentioned, the retro album that we're working on. So we're gonna play a few of those, which is new tracks, but it's technically very old tracks, just in a new sound. So it should be a very interesting tour, and we can't wait.
Oh yeah, we can't wait either. So we'll see you here in Mexico. Before you go, I have a couple of questions to going back to memory lane, I guess. Do you remember the first time you ever played here in Mexico?
Yeah, we do. We had an unexpected huge party in Mexico City, thanks to the illegal downloads of the internet, you know, Casa and all these services back then. We had a lot of fans in Mexico that we didn't know about. So we coming to this event, and it was amazing. Like, I don't remember how many people, but more than 3,000 people, and it was crazy.
Around
the funny stuff about that party, we slept in the party. because that was the venue. Yeah, it was a house, and then when we opened the living room curtain, and there were 3,000 people there. So we go like, whoa, what's going on? So
And Dubdev with his underwear.
yeah, underwear. That's good, by the way. That's what made us big in Mexico, of course.
Yeah, that's why everyone came.
Yeah, that's why everybody continued to come. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Tell us about the weirdest thing that ever happened to you on stage, and then the most epic moment you ever had on stage.
Well, many weird stuff happened to us on stage. We've been in a stage that collapsed. The whole stage fell down. Was in a castle outside in I think it was Yugoslavia, or I'm not sure it's Romania. The whole stage fell down. Nothing happened to us. Luckily, we went with the stage down. So a lot of weird stuff. We saw somebody parachute onto our stage and then introduce us as a band. We've seen some crazy stuff. And epic stuff, the most epic moment, I don't think there was there's always a new epic moment, you know, there's highlights. Burning Man, our 25 years anniversary on stage in Israel, our home country, playing in, I don't know where, in places around the world. There's many epic moments, and hopefully there will be more epic moments to come.
Yeah, I hope so. So, guys, the last question for you, because you know, music is a huge part of our lives. I totally get it, of yours, of course, because it's your career. But for us as fans, so many times music have saved us. So, do you have a special moment you want to share with all the audience about how music saved your life?
Well, I don't know if music saved my life, but I have a journey of music that I hear from the past, and it just takes me to that past, you know? Let's say I hear a song by Pantera from Cayó from Hell, which I grew up about, heavy metal. It just literally takes me to the area I grew up in, and it brings me to periods of time, you know? Music did save, I think, me when I was a raver back in the day, and I used to rave and stuff like that. So it took me to better places and it brought me until here. So it did kind of save me. And for me, making music, I think, saves me until today. It keeps me active, keeps me sane, keeps me healthy. And luckily, I can continue with that.
Well, I don't know if, you know, music definitely changed my life, but more in the career thing that I didn't expect. So for sure, it has a huge impact on my life. I was never expecting to make a living from music. You know, it was always a hobby. And also, you know, meeting fans, and a lot of fans saying that some of them, you know, had bad thoughts or stuff like that. And some of our tracks helped them get to a better place. And that means a lot to me. So I hope we will be able to make good for a lot of people. That's all. We're trying to make people happy as much as we can.
Oh, that's a beautiful message. So, guys, now we're going, but first I want you to invite Mexican people to go to your show this time.
What's up, everybody? We're Infected Mushroom, and we can't wait to see all of you in our upcoming tour in July in Mexico. We're coming to Mexico City, Guadalajara, Monterrey, and Chihuahua to play Infected Mushroom retro set and some new stuff. Skazi Asher is joining us, and Randy Sandman. Can't wait to see you there.
Thank you, guys. Have an amazing day. I'll see you
so
in Mexico.
Thank you so much for the interview. Thank you.
Bye. Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.